Alright, what is up, guys? It's Morel going solo today. We are going to be playing, as you can see, Magical Diary Horse Hall. I've played a bit of this game just to see what it's like. Other than that, I don't actually know much about it. I played like the first 5 minutes of it just to see what kind of game it is. It is just a simulation type game, so I will try and make the voices interesting. I make no promises. I'm not a voice actress. First name, King. Oops, thought it was Tab. Last name, Arch. King Arch. Sure. Hairstyle. Ooh. Should we go for something that looks more like me, or... I don't know. Ooh, we'll go for what I want to look like. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, we'll go for something magical girl looking, maybe. I don't know. God, I hate creation games. I can't play these type of games. Sure. I'm super pale. No, I'm like half pale. And then eyes will be about there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. It all started about 3 years ago, on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. Jesus. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. The next day, a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. Hagrid. And now here I am, 16, and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. Wow! The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. Where is that? Am I saying that right? New Hampshire? Is that in England or America? I don't know, I'm Canadian. We're all about ignorance here. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. She's embarrassed by them. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me the first time looking like that. Oh. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contains all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. Ah! There it is, up ahead! The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here. The leaves haven't yet started to turn. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. Why did you wear it going there? Why not put it on when you get there? That's weird. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls. If you know what I mean. Whatever that means. She knows what it means. Oh my god! I can, like, scroll past things. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I can, like, go back with the mouse wheel. That's cool. I think. The other two girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. I want to be a snake. That sounds dangerous and amazing. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcases while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly I bump into someone. Oops, sorry! He's an older man in school robes with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see. And what might your name be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich with a refined British accent. Oh, great. And he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. So, gotta give him a British accent. King Arch, sir. I just got here and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he was carrying. Miss Arch, is it? Wild Seed. How unsurprising. Wild? More than likely, a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut. 10 demerits, not a promising start. What a dick! Pay more attention to your studies than you do to where you are walking, Miss Arch, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the New Year's. New Year. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. So he's the Snape of this game. Great. I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. Guy's just a dick. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope that's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. If there's 3 girls in this room, how come there's only 2 beds? I guess we'll have to share. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary looking bedroom. No skulls or droopy candles or blacklight posters on the walls, no incense or crystals anywhere, unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse! I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm King. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia the girl is from. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire. I can't say my own town name. Not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias. Oh god, no computers. I don't know how I'm gonna survive. And those are textbooks from the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really, I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I'd need and I didn't want to need something and not have it. Those books are everything I could find out about magic, the real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches, just like in the movies. Oh, good. You're a wild seed, too. What does wild seed mean? Oh, God. Okay, so I've been giving Ellen, I think, a very high-pitched voice, even though my voice is already pretty high-pitched. So I think I want to give her a lower voice, so it's going to be really awkward, and she's probably going to sound like that other professor that we ran into. It means your parents were... I can't do it. It means your parents were magic, so you're like a wildflower. She holds out her hand for me to shake. Me, my family's all magic, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. I can't make my voice low without it sounding like an imitation of a man's. I'm sorry, Virginia. She has a pretty strong grip. King, pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. A professor? Shaggy black hair, big nose? Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. Oh no, now you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name, Professor Grabiner. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. Didn't ask about Donald. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good, strong arms. Me? I prefer soccer. What about you, King? I guess I'm mostly best at track. That is completely false. I don't like any sports. I like to run. Oh my god. Your legs, her arms, and my fighting spirit. We're the total package. Go horses. Woo. Are there sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. But there is a gym and we can start our own sports team if we have to. Right, King? I guess? Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen, I'll introduce you to my brothers. Huh? Okay. I want to meet them too. I want to meet them too. The only wizard I've met so far was that horrible professor. I can unpack later. I hate unpacking too. I made my mom do it. Shall we? Do you still want me to come? Why wouldn't I? Come on. Maybe I'll do like a voiceover later on and get other people to read it. Virginia leads us unerringly through the maze of school hallways to one of the boys' sections. I apologize in advance. Probably should have done it before. I can't read words properly. It requires knowledge, and that is something I lack. More voices. Need a hand, ladies? No, I'm just looking for... Suddenly, a water balloon flies out of an open door and smacks into the side of Virginia's head. Donald! Yes! Perfect shot! I'm giving them the same voices. Oh, Jesus. The two boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You are going to be in so much trouble. What are you gonna do, urchin? Tell Mama me she's not here. I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week just by being you. Look at me, I'm all wet. Well, you're a witch now, right? Magic yourself dry. Come on, Luke. Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of sight. That was... V, is that you? Oh, God. Hey, V, all moved in? Are you wet? Thanks to Donald and his new best friend. Aw, poor thing. Here, let me. I should be giving a more smooth voice. He looks like that kind of person. He holds out his hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting away the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair. Aren't you going to introduce us? Right, guys, this is William, my good brother. Virginia grabs Ellen's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and King. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm gonna read his voice slow. You too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname? V? Nah, that's just what William calls William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. It's a female body part. It's a joke. I use my whole name. It's not that long. You kids should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow, and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. Initiation? You'll find out. I suppose he's right. We should get back to our room. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. Finally. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium wearing capes and robes just like me. But they're not completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail. Okay. One girl has glittering wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. That is a stereotype, actually. It's very rude of you to say. Just because she's pale, you're pale too, King. Is that what it means to be a born witch, being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia, beside me, picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. The witch holds up her hands and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you have been expecting all of your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach you spelling using the pentachromatic system. Red magic is forceful but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life and the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I'll know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabiner. I wonder which classes she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group claps as their name is called. The horse is louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toads sounds even worse than snakes. I hope you all become good friends, not just in each hall and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year, you'll be able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams, yes? The audience predictably groans. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set your practical challenges in the school dungeons. What? The school has dungeons? Yeah. Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn, so think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule.